my beautiful people. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. It has been more than a minute and more than a little bit has gone on. Long story short, 2019 so far has been intense. If you are on this journey, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And for me, I had to do what I am often advising my clients and people who I connect with on this journey to do. I had to practice what I preach, which is take an extended amount of time to just go within, really focus on myself, put myself first, and do some intensive self-care healing. With all the crazy astrological stuff, the Mercury retrograde that seemed to last forever in that deadly detriment position, and with Venus doing all of this crazy stuff, and now, and the solar storms and flashes. I mean, it's just been a lot going on, and it brings a lot of stuff up. So if you have been feeling it and not quite sure what's going on because maybe you're new to the journey, just know you are not alone. This was not just happening to you, and if it occurred at a more intense level for you, know why. We are being called to elevate more than ever before. So I have had a restful few weeks, maybe about, 4 to 6 weeks. I took off from my channel. I really slowed things down in my business and have just been focused on the absolute bare bones necessities. That said, I am always available on Instagram. I tend to, frequent there. I'm available for private readings. If you want to reach out to me, you can always do that. And if you ever just want to message me on Instagram just to talk or ask a question, I'm more than open to that. What I have been doing is connecting with people in real life. So I've been doing a lot of healing events and one-to-one intense coaching, because everybody, I don't care what level you believe yourself to be at, we've all had to make adjustments. That said, I am so glad to be back. So glad to be back with you guys. I have thoroughly missed you and missed doing this. And so it is even better that I'm kicking it off, my return, with a video in connection with my twin sisters, Ananda and Crystal. So this is a threefer. I am doing the planetary and astrological influences affecting you and your connection at this time. And they are looking at divine masculine and divine feminine energies. I will be sure to include a link to that in the box below, along with a link to a video I put together for my private coaching group on Facebook, just explaining, why I had to take some time away, everything I learned, and some of the trauma I experienced. So if you're interested in that, I won't take up time here, but you can watch that video. Again, I'll be posting it, and I'll put the link in the box when that is up. So for this reading, as you know, or maybe you don't know, we've had so much going on. I mean, just the double full moon in Libra last month and this month has us all just bogged down in retrospect and investigation and emotional exploration around our relationships, how we feel, what we want. And now with Jupiter retrograde and Pluto going retrograde this month, it's becoming more intense, because Jupiter retrograde is all about philosophical and spiritual introspection, reflection, with the intention of growth and evolving into what it is we really, really, really want. And this time around, it's all about romance. It's all about intimate relationships. And couple that with Pluto, Pluto in Capricorn. Jupiter, by the way, is in Sagittarius. Pluto in Capricorn. This is, the hard work. This is where the hard work. This is where we gotta get down to the nitty gritty. No more time for games. Like I said, we are being called to wrap things up, and really put into practice everything that we've learned so that we can really move up the ascension scale. So, with Pluto, that energy has a lot to do with letting go, looking at control, how you are controlling, how other people may be controlling you, and how that may be inhibiting you. So really getting real with yourself about what needs to be let go. And so I have a beautiful reading laid out here for you in the pick a card style. So happy that you are here. Like, you guys just don't know, my heart is actually jumping for joy that I'm doing this. And I've had a really long day, but I could not wait to come home and put this video together. So let's jump right in. I have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So take a moment and meditate on that. See which one speaks to you. Take a few deep breaths. Just let everything go. And whichever one calls to you. Maybe there's more than one. All right, here we go. Okay, so if you chose number 1, let's see what we have. Ah, beautiful. Overall theme for you is detachment. Just, I'm hearing letting things fade into obscurity, letting things become so not unimportant, but distant in your attachment to it, that it doesn't trigger you at such a deep level. So you may be already noticing, I have a feeling that this is for a group in the collective who may already be experiencing what they believe to be a lessening of their feelings for their counterpart. And that may be creating some concern, but it's actually a natural part of the process. And it's something that, it's evolutionary. It happens in layers. And the beautiful thing about that is once you start detaching and removing the codependency in the relationship, that lesson begins to apply to other areas of your life and situations, circumstances, people, places, things outside of your divine connection. Those things start to become easier to detach from, and that may have never been possible before. So I love what this says. It says, manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. And that's beautiful, because with those Pluto energies that control, it's looking a lot at how we are selfish, how we, want things our way, the manipulation, and how we can become obsessed with having the upper hand or power over everything, or allowing others to have power over us. And so what I'm seeing is, it's really a time for you to be light in spirit, to like loosen up, let go of any of the resentments, self-righteousness, feelings of being wronged, and becoming more open to who you really are, which is a very powerful person. But your power lies in your sensitivity. When we are afraid to be vulnerable, or when, vulnerability is just something that is difficult for us to access, particularly around things that we carry a lot of emotion around, this is how we tend to show up: defensive, on guard, not willing to really take responsibility. And this is going to be a period during these retrogrades where, even if you've gotten somewhat practiced and good at this, it may show up in new ways. So being aware of it, because right now what I'm seeing is you've been really focused on what it is you're wanting to manifest in this connection, and you want, you're going for the gold here. Like, you are clear that this is the person for you, or how you feel about this person, and just, how you feel about yourself and your life and what you want it to look like. This is all about joy, celebration. This is like, even weddings. This is union. This is having made it. But sometimes we can become so focused on what it is that we want, we are unwilling to embrace other possibilities. Embrace that it really doesn't matter what it looks like. And understand that Spirit has our back. So what it is we are hell-bent on creating, Spirit wants for us, and then some. But we have to get out of the way to allow that co-creation to take place. And what we often don't understand is that by getting out of the way, by detaching, that's where we actually access power. You see, power is not like just strength of the body and the mind. True power is strength of the spirit. And I'm sensing that many of you have been really serious, really intensely focused around your mission, your purpose, your path, your calling to walk this journey. And being so serious around it is actually hindering the process and prolonging you from really becoming who you really are. A leader, a powerful co-creator, a goddess, full of magic. You carry really powerful medicine within your soul. And while that comes with a certain responsibility, the best way to access it is through joy, is through lightheartedness, ease, non-resistance. This is what the relationship, the connection actually thrives on for the both of you. Because both of you are really powerful people. But whatever this is that has you so wrapped up, pent up energetically, whether it's this connection, whether it's the worry over this connection, or whatever it is in your life, anything actually, because many times we're juggling so many different balls. The lesson here, they're saying the lesson here is to untangle yourself from all of that pent up energy that's keeping you away from manifesting this. See, these go hand in hand. These go hand in hand. And taking your power back from these lower vibrational emotions that have been weighing heavy on you. And understanding that even though it's a difficult concept, but the heavier the burden, the stronger you become. Well, I'm not going to say it's a difficult concept to grasp, but it's difficult to actually be with, But this is the major lesson that you're dealing with. It says, when you are able to identify the natural tendency of the wanting mind for more, you will not be caught in negative emotions when they are unfulfilled. You can then learn how to detach from the outcome and hold the pure intention of enjoying the process of whatever you are doing in the now. Welcome each day as new and exciting, and let unimaginable opportunities flow freely into your life. So yeah, this is a straight up direct message. Being called to detach, surrender, release the desire to control, release any need to substantiate why you feel the way you feel or why you are doing what you are doing. Spirit says just stop doing it. You have much more to focus on. You have your mission to focus on, your personal mission, your individual mission, which is really important and is developing at a rapid rate, which is why so much is coming up. Because see, this is a person dedicated to service. This is a person dedicated to helping others get free by being free within themselves. This person is not pent up. This person is not taking things personally. And no one is perfect. And the beauty of this person, this priestess, her mess is her message. So she understands that it was all happening for her good, not happening to her for destructive purposes. But she has to step into her power in order to really authentically access it. So she has to travel lightly to be in that power, to be in that energy. And she has to know that she is loved. She has to know it unequivocally. It says, if everyone really knew how much they were loved, not only from above, but by those now in their life, there'd be little hearts drawn on everything from wheelbarrows to skyscrapers to jumbo jets. And I so look forward to that day. Big heart, the universe. So you don't have to defend this connection. You don't have to defend where you are on your path. You don't have to be apprehensive around what it looks like and where you are. Spirit is telling you to have some fun, lighten up, be at ease. Retrograde periods are a great time to kick back, and by kicking back I mean slow down. We're going to be dealing with these retrograde energies through October. Pluto is retrograding through October, and Jupiter is retrograding through August. So cultivating a lot of ease, flow. Your power does not lie in action at this time. It lies in taking time to look at things and really assess situations, being still, while everything else may be moving around you. So I want to get one special card to look at the ascension energies for you at this time, because ascension is a big deal for everyone right now. But based on this reading, where you are with these retrograde energies, oh, Spirit just said, like, for this group, it's really about time to either shit or get off the pot. So you may even feel like things are coming at you much harder than they ever have before, or for other people. And so you may be feeling really protective of yourself. And that's what's creating that heavy, it's contributing to that heavy energy. It's not that you haven't been through some things, but, you know, walking with the understanding that you're being called to step up in this collective as a leader, as someone who other people look to and follow for guidance and knowledge. And so you must go through the experiences that are meant for you in order to be able to learn your lessons and then impart them onto others. So this is from the Ascension deck. Oh man, yeah, you're in the thick of it. I don't know if you're into astrology, but Neptune, let me tell you, has been Neptune was all wrapped up in that Mercury retrograde we came out of, and we're going to continue feeling the effects of it for at least the next couple of weeks. Hopefully a lot of illusions have been or are being cleared up for you, but there may have been a foggy period for you recently where you just felt like you didn't know what was going on. And that's because Neptune came in to offer us some highly charged upgrading. This card, number 19, says Neptune is the planet of higher spirituality, and the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria is held within its ascended aspect. You are blessed, for you only receive this card when you are ready to receive their information. Your guidance is to tune into your Earth Star chakra, then connect with Neptune, the cosmic Earth Star chakra. Archangel Sandalphon oversees this center. He nurtures your divine potential and will help you download the spiritual light you are waiting for. This will expand your consciousness and greatly assist your ascension journey. And the affirmation is beautiful. It says, I attune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria, held in Neptune. Beautiful energies to work with on this retrograde cycle and to meditate with. So understanding that all that's happening is your consciousness is being upgraded, it's coming in, but it's coming in a way that, like I said at the beginning, it's different. It's different. See, we've been on this path where it's like, oh, okay, I kind of know what this is, but as soon as you start thinking that, boom, something new hits you, and it's hitting at this time. So my lovelies, that is your group 1 message, and I hope that resonated with you. Please, please, please feel free to reach out. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Love to get your feedback on my videos and just to hear about your own experience. You can catch up with me on Instagram at wortharead1111. And if you're interested in a private reading, I will put that information for you in the box below. Make sure you also check out Ananda and Crystal's videos for your DM and DF updates. Woo! Hang in there. Talk soon. Okay, so here we are with group number 2. Spirit is working with you around what it is you are really wanting. This is what is going to be coming up for you with these retrograde energies. Let's see, can I put that right there? Yeah, right there, that's fine. The card says, the root of all suffering is desire. The steady stream of human desires are directing you away from the beauty of the present moment to the fantasy of the future, taking you away from the appreciation of what you've got and what life is offering to you right now. Very important that you be mindful of how strongly you're allowing your desires, your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts to take control right now, because with these retrograde energies, we're going to be asked to do a lot of reflection, which is asking us to actually bring a lot of things to the surface, you know, that may cause us to become more easily unconscious and taken away from the present moment, which is where everything is. And so this is a time where you are really being energetically pulled. In fact, you can probably physically feel it. You feel this pull And it may be coming from your partner, your divine partner, because they are being pulled in this way as well. And it's almost like I'm seeing like an attraction, like you guys are being pulled together. And that's because, number one, you're mirroring each other. But number two, you're really, really raising your light frequency. And that is increasing your vibration. Your aura is shining really brightly. And just like on these cards where these two pillars of light are coming together, as I was talking just now, I had a vision of you and your counterpart coming together in union. So this may speak to a group in the collective who is either in union or manifesting that. Nonetheless, as good as all of that is, this journey is about you and your path, and you healing yourself so that you can fully operate in the authenticity of who you are. And that has been elevated for you as well. You're more confident than ever. You're more clearer than ever. Or I don't know if more clear. You're clearer. You're becoming clearer about who it is you really are, which is like you're definitely tuned in with spirit. And that's as a result of you doing a lot of work on yourself, going within, really walking the path. You haven't been afraid to release this connection, I would say. But because you are so clear about what it is, it's caused you to continue holding on to some things in a way that are causing you to doubt at times. Took me a minute to say that, but that's what I got. And the reality of it is, part of that is because you know what's in store for you. You can see it. I mean, look, you got the High Priestess and the Hermit. Like you've spent a lot of time developing yourself and raising your vibration to the point where you can clearly hear and know and potentially see. And while that's all fine and dandy, and while we're all, it's okay to want and work toward a better tomorrow, work toward having more. If it's creating discontentment in the present, it means it's time to ease up. And that's one of the lessons that will help you move to this next stage and move fully into this, I want to say deeper, move deeper into this connection. Because, you know, what I've grown to love about this whole journey is you never get to the end. It just always gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And you, if you don't already, by really, I was listening to Wayne Dwyer yesterday, a talk he was having, and he was saying how we live in this celebrity culture, and there's this desire we all have to want to be noticed, and we want to be successful, and we want, you know, those around us to celebrate us. And he was talking about how it can become like an obsession. Even though, you know, it's not bad that we want these things, and these things that we're doing, they're good. A lot of it serves other people. It creates unconditional love. It creates a lot of things that, you know, are good for the planet. In his case, he was talking about how he had written this, you know, great book that had been on the New York Times seller list for 27 weeks. But he became so wrapped up in it that when he thought that one week he didn't make the list, like, he kind of got upset. So he had to check in with what it is that had become so important to him that he was willing to, or unwilling to, you know, not have it. And so part of breaking free during this retrograde period and operating in an energy that will help you more easily ascend is being willing to accept that I know what I want, and it's okay if what I want, if that desire is not fulfilled. It's okay however it shows up, because I know that however it shows up is the divine thing, the divine way that is meant for me. And to do that, you're going to have to really be connected in your heart, in the present moment, and in the understanding that all is how it should be, and all is perfect just how it is. Now, with these retrograde energies, you know, you also want to be aware of any forgotten desires or any desires that you're trying to stuff down, you know, and you are very much aware. You're very much aware, but sometimes there are things we try to ignore or act like we don't really care about, and that diminishes us. That prevents us from being able to be here. You know what's up with this, okay? This and this and this, like, that's, you know what's up. And the High Priestess is not about seeing, she is about knowing. So whether you're seeing it or not is of no consequence. The only thing that matters at this point is how you are being with the process as it is. So I want to read with you this Pillar of Light, read to you this Pillar of Light card, because I really want you to understand that you've been on the ascension pathway, but with these retrograde energies, we are sometimes in the belief that we have to be, you know, moving backwards or at least standing still. But if you play this right and really accept the lessons as they come up and really be willing to dive deep into this part of your shadow around what it is you want, don't want, wanted but didn't get, still waiting for, concerned about. If you're willing to really dive into that and look at any kind of control or resistance around it, you could accelerate, you can, you will. I mean, I'm seeing you will accelerate your ascension process. So it says, you are heaven and earth in perfect expression, a conduit for the light of the heavens to the earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet, linking the higher realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. They dance together through you. They sing together through you. Without your body, voice, and creations, neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they do not have a voice. Do not look for guidance outside, for you hold all of the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your heart, in every cell of your body. Do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you, they have no way of communicating. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. And I love how the hermit is shining this light here. So you are the guiding light, and through this period, you're being called to guide yourself. Look, on this card, she's holding a torch. You're leading the way. You are the example. You are the way shower. But you have to listen to the guidance you are receiving within. Don't allow anything that has not been fulfilled or anything that you feel like may not be fulfilled to diminish you, to kill your spirit. This is a time of great compassion for yourself, for others, for your counterpart. The message from the universe says, sure, you can always find prettier, handsomer, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, zippier, but more often than not, one learns the most, laughs the loudest, and smiles the widest with those they've already found, especially when they stop looking elsewhere. Actually, zippier is on quite a few lists. So again, being okay with what you have, trusting what you have, and being like the wise sage, not moved by every pretty thing, every shiny thing, every thing that looks like it may have some potential that walks into your experience. And so allowing your inner light to really shine and lead the way, and stepping into your role as a powerful leader, it's really important at this time. Really important that you not be afraid of that for any reason. And knowing that you've been prepared for it and you will continue to be. with these readings, I'm choosing to focus more on you, the individual, because I'm clear that where we are right now in the collective, we're all starting to really, really grasp that this is about much, much more than just a romantic connection. But even with the romantic connection, if that is to ever truly be the heaven on earth that we know it is, the work has to be done within us individually, and it has to be done before we can truly unite with our partner, and it must continue to be done even after we've united with them. And so I noticed that many of us in this community, we spend so much time checking in on our counterpart and how they're feeling, how they're doing, what they're going through. But in reality, I believe that the most important information we can have on this journey is looking at our own energies and how they may be contributing to the connection. And then if you want to check in on your DM or your DF, remember that Ananda and Crystal are taking care of that. So this was the perfect opportunity to reflect on you, look at you, but head on over to their videos if you also want to check in on them, on your other person. So, special card for you, special message from the universe, guides, to give you some advice specifically related to your ascension path. Number 8, we have the Huna prayer, which says, the high priestess Hermes took his tribe from Atlantis to Hawaii, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna prayer as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or master of your choice. State your request 3 times in positive terms. Then sit with your palms up and say, may the rain of blessings fall, so be it. Repeat this for 30 days, then stop. Watch for signs from the universe and take action at any time if it feels right. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspect of your life, or continue if you are already engaged in one. And the affirmation for this card is the Huna prayer. Isn't that interesting? So your ascension message is really basically to deal with your desires in positive ways, particularly the ones that have been unfulfilled. You are more powerful than you know, and you have many blessings to bestow on others. I see you creating a community or involved in a community that needs you to step up and needs you to be in the happiest, healthiest, most whole place you can be. And that tends to be something that happens a little bit easier when we are having the things that we want and have let go of the things we don't want or are not meant for us to have. So during these next few months with these retrograde energy, you have the pleasure of diving deeply into your desires. All right, I hope that message resonated with you. Thank you so much. No, really, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. and we'll talk soon. All right, number 3. Oh. So Spirit is going to be working with you through these retrograde energies around suffering. And we all know that suffering is created when we are unable to really be in the present moment, really be with whatever is occurring at this time in our lives, in our situations, in our relationships, and really just being okay with whatever path is unfolding. So this card, the affirmation from Buddha, says there is a path leading to a complete deliverance from suffering. So there is a way. There is a way, and hopefully you are finding your way through it. It says conflicts and struggles, as well as happiness and joy, are all transitory experiences. Once you awaken to this fundamental fact of life, you can transform any pain, conflict, or struggle into a positive experience. So what I'm getting from that is you are being called to begin holding everything in a way that displays your understanding that you don't control or possess anything. None of us do. We control, we own nothing in the universe. It's all impermanent. And so when we begin to really understand that, and not just understand it, but live from that place, then we can hold things so lightly, and or much more lightly, and not take things so personally. Right now, what I'm sensing is there is a deep, deep wounding that is being experienced around this connection not being intact. Feeling, wondering, worrying whether or not this connection can ever really happen, if it ever really was what you thought it was. And or wondering how it has now turned into what it is. But as much as that may be hurting you at this time, as much as you may be feeling, just devastated. That's the word that's coming up. Just devastated, absolutely devastated, and feeling so unloved. You're being called to rise up. You're being called to rise up with courage, with gratitude, with love for yourself. Because there's something so much bigger at hand. And understanding that energy is always moving. We can never change what is as long as we are resisting it, but once we stop resisting it and start allowing it, appreciating it for it being what it needs to be at this time, then it's late. Then we are able to access the place within ourselves where our creative power, our ability to influence manifestations comes in. And there's some good energy available to you at this time. This is the Pleiades card, so there's Pleiadian energy What I'm hearing is there's some areas where communication has been a factor in this connection. Communication has broken down, has played a major part in the breaking down of the connection. And while it hurts, it may not necessarily be a bad thing, because during these next few months, it's going to give you a chance to have more in-depth communication with your guides. Okay? This surrender to what is card says you have to flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it is, because it will bring you peace. And I had already mentioned that, but I want to reiterate peace. That's what this passion and pleasure card is all about. Savoring your life. When you're in that energy, you're at peace. You are finding ways to be fulfilled within yourself. To get up and live another day in joy and choosing a happy heart versus a broken one. And that is a process. I know for me, last year at this time, I was very much going through something that is similar to what these cards were showing. And I mean, let me tell you, it took about 6 months for me to really work through every single shadow aspect that it was bringing up and lesson that, as painful as it was, I knew I had to learn. And the major one was that despite whatever anyone else was doing, the suffering was of my creation and was my choice. When we get into this energy, we have to love ourselves more than we could have ever imagined possible. And that's also a part of the lesson. That's also why, this rejection tends to come up, because it's Spirit's way of saying to us, hey, they're great, and like they're all that in a bag of chips, but guess what? You, my dear, are priceless. And so you really need to get with that and jump on that train. And the sooner you do, and I mean, here's the deal. Like I tell people all the time, yeah, it's a process and all of that, but it's really the practice of getting up every day and understanding, okay, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. This is what where I want to be feels like. And so I'm going to choose to start creating that energy. I'm going to pick myself up, dust myself off. I'm going to get out. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to work with my guides. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to get on my healing mission. I'm going to put an end to the suffering. I'm going to become present to the circumstances as they are. I'm going to do the work to forgive and continue to live from a more powerful, impactful, intelligent, loving place. And you get all of that because the beautiful thing about this path is that there are rewards. Like, I love that Bible verse where they talk about, your rewards are stored up in heaven. Hello, there's no heaven up in the sky. You're talking about in our heart. I'm going to read you this passion and pleasure card because I think it's a worthy message for you to hear. It says, find joy in the moment. no matter what is occurring in your life, if you simply focus on what is splendid, wonderful, and pleasurable in the moment, everything improves. If you haven't, pick up The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. OMG. I revisited that book on last week, and it's like a Bible. I mean, no matter what you're going through on any given day, you can open it up and immediately find some words that will snap you, jolt you back into the present moment in a way that you fully, wholeheartedly, no matter how low on the emotional scale you may be at that time, will jolt you back into the presence of the now moment and reality in a way that you not just appreciate it, but fully feel that this is the only place love truly exists. If you want to look me up on Facebook, Worth a Read 1111, I have a free copy of the Power of Now audiobook that I posted on my Facebook page. And I'm sorry, it's late. It's Worth a Read blog. It's one of those, Worth a Read blog or Worth a Read 1111. You'll find me on Facebook under Worth a Read. You'll see my page, and I posted it Monday or Tuesday, so it won't be too far down the feed. But just put it on play in your car, as you're driving, as you're walking, as you're exercising, you're around the house. It's excellent. And the section in there about forming conscious relationships by moving through the conflict and the unconsciousness that comes up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually did a reading where I had the same conversation with the client I was reading for. Oh, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'll link it in the box below. You don't even have to go on Facebook. Well, you can if you want. If you want to join me on there, it's great. I do some cool stuff on there too. And I also do daily card pulls on my Instagram and my Facebook. So if you're interested in that, hook me up or connect with me on there. But I'll make sure that I put the link for the audiobook in the comment or in the description box, because it's just a book that you can read over and over and over again. And it reminds you that you can give your permission, you can make the choice to pull yourself out of suffering at any time. You may not be able to change the situation immediately, but hey, as long as you're in the suffering energy, as long as you're in that depressive, woe is me state, can't change it anyway. Okay? And by tapping into this Pleiadian energy, that's going to give you a serious boost on raising your frequency, because that's what the Pleiadians are all about, is new consciousness and helping to create that. They can help you with growing at a soul level, which is what we have been called to do at this time with this Jupiter and Pluto retrograde. So Pleiadian energy is all about communication too. Communication, writing, speaking, channeling. If you haven't been channeling, start making serious attempts to connect to your guides and hear how they are viewing this situation. What they want you to do. Oh, I just heard what moves they want you to make. That's for somebody out there. What moves do they want you to make? Because right now you're feeling like you can't move. It takes a lot of effort. But the reality of the situation is it actually doesn't. Not when you honor yourself, love yourself, stick to your boundaries, create more of them if necessary, and recognize yourself for who you are. How someone else may feel about you or be treating you has nothing to do with who you really are. In fact, when someone or something is turning up in a negative way in your life, it's to remind you of how powerful you really are. So this, I love these cards. It says, just curious, when was the last time you looked into a mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. Here's looking at you, gorgeous, the universe. Need I say more? I don't think so. So let's get some guidance for you around your ascension process at this time. We know you, and I'm sorry I keep bumping the tripod, but we know you are making some transitions in perspective that are going to help you ascend more smoothly and more rapidly. And what's interesting is that has been the going theme of this reading. I really love it. And actually I started off by saying that, you know, we are all elevating. I have felt it. And that's why I've taken so much time to myself to really go within and do a lot of self-reflection. So I'm clear about what's going on with me. Let me tell you, I love my divine counterpart to life. I love him to life. But I am so clear that where the money is at, so to speak, where the value is at, is in knowing and loving me. Because the more I do that, the more effortlessly the co-creation between him and I becomes. And, you know, even if you're in separation, the 5D energy, the quality of that, really important. And your vibration is what determines the quality of that energy and whether or not you can exist there. So we have Mother Mary's aquamarine mantle, number 52. So it says, the wondrous universal angel Mary radiates her high-frequency aquamarine light throughout the universes. She spreads compassion, empathy, kindness, healing, and love. Mother Mary suggests you open your heart and offer everyone who touches your path these higher qualities. Then she will grace you by placing her aquamarine mantle in your aura. You are reminded that there is only love, so there is nothing to forgive. As you wear this mantle, you become a force for healing and light, and the angels will sing blessings over you. The affirmation is, I wear Mother Mary's mantle of love and enfold others in it. So that is a direct message for you and your divine counterpart. As the card says, do the healing work in yourself. Understand there is nothing that exists truly but love. So there's nothing to forgive. And there is every reason to continue moving forward in love for yourself and for everyone else. So that's your message. Hope that resonated with you. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what's going on with you. And if you want to book me for a private reading coaching session, more than happy to. But if not, I will see you back here on the next video. And don't forget to check out Ananda and Crystal's videos, my beloved divine soul sisters. Love is so sweet, and when you have support from people who love you, appreciate you, and resonate with you, it's even better. Check out their videos for the divine masculine, divine feminine energies, and I will link those below. And I can't wait to connect with you again soon. Peace.